When I told my girlfriend this, she told me I had to share it. I recently paid over $6,000 to be in a mentorship program that I knew would change my life. And what I discovered next not only paid me back, but could help you too. I've never spent that amount of money on anything. I had moments when I feared if it was worth it, but God told me that He would make sure that I got that money back. So I stayed faithful. You see, God will show you a dream or a vision that you will start to desire, but He won't show you the path because most people wouldn't take it knowing that there's going to be trials and tribulations. But recently, God has been showing me all these banks that are offering sign up bonuses just for getting a checking account with them. And the day I saw my first $500 bonus hit into my account, I knew that God had my back. In the last 2 weeks, I've seen ads for over 5 banks combining for over $2,500 in free money. Banks like Capital One, Chime, and SoFi banks are a few that I've come across, but always do your research. And I've been trying to tell my friends to take advantage of it, but they act like they're too busy. Are you too busy to complete a few simple steps to make free money? I've done this before multiple times in the past, but usually the sign up bonuses are for credit cards, which are a bit different because you can't apply for multiple credit cards in a short period of time. But with these checking accounts, you can sign up for all of them today if you want. Now that you're aware of this game, let me show you how it's done. I'm going to briefly highlight the most important things to look for when looking at sign up bonuses. And don't worry, because I've made a list for you containing all this information for all the banks that are currently offering bonuses. However, I still recommend you look for yourself to verify. You can usually just scroll down to the bottom of the website that's offering the bonus. First, you'll want to know how much the offer is. Then, you need to know what type of account you need to open, and if there is a promo code you'll need to enter when applying for the account. Then, find the requirements in order to receive the bonus and how long it would take for you to receive it. You also want to make sure you haven't had an account with that bank within the time frame it mentions. You should check to see if there's any monthly fees to keep the account open and if there's any way to avoid the fees. And lastly, check to see when the offer expires so you don't miss the opportunity. Now that you understand how to review the bank's website, I'm going to show you how to approach this strategically since each bank has different requirements. How much you get paid and the frequency you get paid is what you need to know. And I use a spreadsheet. So I start by listing the dates I get paid, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. And then I write the minimum amount I get paid each payday. Then I'll take a look at the current offers from banks and see which are the easiest to obtain, like only having to do 2 deposits. I'll plan to do that one first, and if I have money left over, then I'll find another bank to add to my plan. For example, Capital One only requires 2 deposits. So I put these 2 deposits for the next 2 paychecks that I get paid. In this example, I get paid bi-weekly. So every other week is the dates that I have listed here. And of course, you would continue to add dates as needed. In this column, I have the total left to be utilized. So that's basically just how much you are getting in per pay period, subtracted by however much money you have already allocated to come out of that $1,000 on this pay date. Okay. So for example, if we did another bank, let's just say it was Wells Fargo, and they required you to put in a direct deposit of $300, then you would put in 300 here, and you would need to make sure that you adjusted what total amount you have left to be utilized. So now you would have $200 left. Then you could look back at your current bank offers and see if you could strategically put in another bank that only requires you to do a direct deposit of $200, per month or per statement, however it's written. Okay. Now I provided a link to this spreadsheet in the description. So just make sure you download it. And after you finish downloading it, you're gonna go to File and make sure you hit to make a copy so that you can edit your own. Once I have my plan in place, I'll go to the websites and apply for the checking accounts, which only takes about 5 minutes and asks for basic personal information. And then I'll go to my job's employee website where I can adjust my direct deposit options and add the bank account information with the corresponding amount from my strategy spreadsheet to make sure I meet the requirements. Drop a comment or ask your employer if you need any help with that part. And that's it. It's that easy. Once you have your plan in place and you got the new bank's checking account numbers, I'm going to show you how you can continue your normal spending habits with your main bank and pay all of your bills. So I'm currently logged into my Capital One bank account. And as you can see, I've personally started doing this bank sign up bonus because I already have my first $500 in here. So what we're going to do now is add your main bank account's information into your new bank account so that you can allow transfers to be made between the two accounts. And once you do this, you'll be able to transfer the direct deposit from your new bank back to your main account on payday and continue paying bills as you normally would. So let's walk through the process. It'll look different, of course, on different banks' websites. But for this one, you're going to go to your account. Then you will hit to transfer money. You're going to go here to add an external account. Then you'll look at external accounts. Again, hit add external account. You want to select transfer money between accounts. Choose that. It's going to have you verify who you are. I'm just going to have to do this real quick. And then once you get to this page, it'll ask you for your routing number and your account number and what type of account your main bank is. And then you can give it a nickname if you would like. Once you have that information in there, you'll simply click add. Then that bank will appear here, and it will be easy for you to make transfers. Should be pretty self-explanatory at that point. You'll just select to make transfers and then select the bank you would like it to go to, and your job is done. Usually the transfer takes 1 to 3 days. So if you do have some payments automatically coming out of your main bank account, it's still good practice to make sure you have enough money sitting in your main account so that there's no overdrafts. Now that you understand how to complete the full process, let's talk about mindset and what to do with the money that you actually get. If you suddenly got a whole bunch of cash, what would you do with it? The worst thing you can do is waste it. Let me show you an example of 2 different people. Charles got his bonus and bought a new Gucci suit with the shoes to match and took one of the girls he's been talking to out on an expensive date at a restaurant that he's never gone to before. John got his bonus and put an extra $500 on his credit card balance, added $500 to his emergency savings, and then added another $500 into his down payment fund for a new house. Charles has nothing to show for the money that he made with the bonuses. He's just got an outfit that he's probably going to wear a few more times and a girl that's probably never going to even talk to him anymore. Charles thought he was living the dream, but a month later, he was back to stressing over bills with nothing to show for it. John has some relieved stress from his outstanding debt, more financial security because he now has more money stored up in case his car breaks down again, and is one step closer to finally buying his first house. Think of the money as a blessing that God gave you to answer your financial prayers. Use this money to buy something you need and not something that has temporary value. The Bible puts it this way. In Proverbs 21:20, the wise store up choice food and olive oil, but fools gulp theirs down. When's the last time you bought something because you had a bad day and you needed a little pick-me-up? Think about it for a second. What's your comfort go-to buy? See, my girlfriend loves Starbucks. She gets the strawberry acai with lemonade and cold foam, especially after a long day. But I told her she could try making it at home and buy the ingredients herself. She can make way more drinks for the same price and have it at her leisure in the comfort of her house without having to wait in line for 20 minutes just to get it. I did the numbers. If she bought one strawberry acai a day, then that would be over $210 a month. And that's a whole bill. Her ultimate goal is to be financially free. So adding bills to her budget is only going to make it harder to reach that goal. After making the drinks at home for a month, she was able to save enough to put an extra $100 towards her savings goal. You see, it's the little changes that add up. Before I buy anything, I always ask myself, do I need this? Is there a cheaper way to get this? And does this align with my goals? See, most of the time we buy stuff we want because it makes us feel good at the moment, but every financial decision has a consequence, and you have to consider those before making your decision. A lot of times there's a cheaper way to get the same thing that we want. I want you to create habits that serve your goals so you can achieve the financial future that you want. Proverbs 13:11 reminds us, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Every dollar saved instead of wasted is a step closer towards financial freedom. Now that you understand how sign-up bonuses from banks work and how they can be used to help you in your journey towards financial freedom, click the link below to instantly download my updated November 2025 list of bank bonuses. It's got everything you need to start earning today, including links to the bank offers, the amount the bonus is, and deadlines. Don't waste any time, as some of these offers are ending soon, and some are just available for a limited time. So you never know when that money is going to be off the table. Get your share before it's too late. You deserve this. Don't let any excuses like I don't have enough time or I don't make enough money stop you. At least one of these is for you. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you use sign-up bonuses before in the past, let others know your experience so they can be inspired by your story.